What's up, y'all? I'm back. It's November. Can you believe it? It's November already. We done officially kicked off the holiday season. I'm gonna try to do my due diligence and get started now because I hate stressing around holiday time, being under pressure to do anything that I don't know, like in my industry is always very busy. Um when I'm blessed, it can also be very lucrative. I just don't want to go in to the holiday season stressed out about it. Buy no gifts to no people, child. All my children are grown. So anyway, I can't believe I'm already talking about holiday. Y'all, basketball wise. Season one, episode 4. This one is called The Last Supper. Before we get into that, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and let's talk about these basketball wives. This is the thing that they do that I wish they would figure out something else to do, honestly. Like, if y'all are calling this a sisterhood and this whole situation of bonding and everything, like, I realize we need to get to the mess. But at this point, I met these girls. I'm trying to see what they got going on. I'm not finna just be sitting here obligating myself to watch these young ladies fight with each other over some niggas that I don't even live in the country. Shit. Anyway, y'all, you know, Milan wanted to plan this Last Supper. She's gonna sit people across from each other and they can hash out their issues. And that's way, if everybody gets on common ground, then we can enjoy ourselves and do things together and have a good time without all the drama. Well, the way her table was set up, and I will say it was a cute little situation. The way their tables was set up, the only people that were going to be in conflict was Mackenzie versus Morgan and Danielle, because Ashley was all the way down at the other end of the table. And I'm good on listening to Ashley and Morgan. I don't want any more of that. And nobody else really has conflict. All of a sudden, Nikki wants to create conflict. It's a clear divide. So here we are. We just getting started. We just met y'all. Y'all done had, like, first of all, the first episode is generally about getting to know you. So we trying to get to know who you are, um, and who you're involved with and what you got going on. You know, this generation of ladies, there's a whole lot of social media um popularity that can translate into income, I suppose. Like I said before, this is not my lane. I really don't have no interest in sitting back and seeing, what kind of pictures these girls are posting on the internet, because it is what it is. I got my share of pictures I post too because it's fun. That's why. And if you ain't fun, you don't do it. Anyway, I personally don't feel like Mackenzie and Danielle need to talk. Period. Yes, they're on this show. Yes, this is gonna be hard for Danielle. It is. For Mackenzie, I don't see why it would be so difficult. That's why she don't give a shit. Because Mackenzie is just now dating Rashad. Rashad and Danielle, like I said before, were from high school. So this is not gonna be an easy breakup for either one of them. But Rashad is clearly doing his thing, and right now his thing is Mackenzie, and what she got to lose. Her baby daddy is over there with a different girlfriend. We'll talk about that too. They sit down at the table, and slowly they start coming in and what have you. Nikki comes in. She wants to look and see, how the mess has been set up. Like I said, it really won't none, just Mackenzie and Danielle. Then Danielle and Morgan come in. Morgan and Danielle, like I said, have bonded with each other. I can see why. They're very similar. They understand each other. And that's definitely a positive. I don't know that they're bringing out the best in each other. So, and so I feel like they need a third person that's not Nikki that can be the voice of reason, because Morgan is not the voice of reason. I'm gonna just say it like that. Anyway, Nikki comes in. She last week the ladies were, getting pedicures, and Mulan was kind of sharing her idea. They did walk away from Neek's event feeling like Ashley got bullied. Now, somehow or another, I guess Milan was laughing at the whole situation with the hair, because this is how Nikki introduced it. First, she went back to Morgan and told Morgan that these ladies were saying that they were bullies. Based on what we saw, it was more about the situation, and it was I feel like they came away from it not feeling good and was like, we don't want to just be over here piling up on Ashley. Nikki should have just kept her mouth shut, because Morgan had also shared her idea with Danielle. When Nikki entered her 2 cents into the scenario, now they're coming in already feeling some type of way, when it could have, that energy could have been left behind. And then they went and got a few drinks, getting themselves amped up before they, come to this little powwow. Now Megan meets up with Ashley because Megan wants to get to the bottom of the drama, and I don't know why Megan is involving herself in any of it. And I'm gonna say the same thing about Mulan too. Y'all are involving yourselves in trying to mediate situations that neither one of y'all need to be mediating. I don't know what Mulan's motives were in the thing. Everybody's trying to get their shine, so we'll talk about that. But Megan definitely is just trying to be messy. So she meets up with Ashley, and she's telling Ashley, like, Ashley, I just want to get to the bottom of what is going on. It felt like everybody was piling up on you, and I just want to know, if you feel like you're on an island basically by yourself. It's everybody against Ashley, and Ashley is like, girl, I don't care about being no island by myself. I have no issues with being by myself. I have done a lot of things by myself. And why is that, Ashley? I do know, we learned last week that Ashley has been through a lot in these last few years. And when you lose people that are very close to you, like she may have been one way at one time. I feel like Ashley probably befriended Morgan when she got into this whole basketball world, and we got to know, introduced to people or what have you, because, if you want to step yourself out there as the leader of the pack, Morgan, then you should be prepared for people, some of them, I don't want to say take advantage of, but maybe not appreciate you the way you feel like you should be appreciated. I'll put it like that. After going through losing your mother, your father, miscarriage, you start kind of not giving a shit about what the silly stuff is out here in these streets, and you really be focused on she's got a business. So I understand her energy. However, I'm not understanding why you would be communicating with Morgan's ex, because it seems like just talking to this man and trying to be friends with his girlfriend, because now you're pretty much on this basketball world nonsense. I don't know that it's that important to be socializing with Eric and his girlfriend. It could just as easily be a, hey, how you doing situation. If you see somebody somewhere, y'all don't have to necessarily link up, because you do have a relationship with Morgan. Now, she said that she thought y'all were friends. You said they weren't friends. She's not like my friend. I see her around at different basketball events. She's in the basketball world friend. She's not like my friend. And then when Megan questioned you about it and said, I think Morgan's feelings are hurt because she thought of you as a friend. And then you say, we were. So were you or were you not? And I think when she said take accountability for the stuff you've done, that's it, Ashley. That's the stuff you've done. You've took advantage of the opportunity, the hospitality, what have you, that Morgan introducing you to people and getting like, you married to this man. So, you know, you got a basketball boyfriend, what have you. But it's different to like in this girls club to be introduced versus like, you know, living on an island trying to figure it out. I think she's comfortable on her island. She a little bit scared. Ashley pretty much deflected. She's like, you know, people have an issue because she has an issue with Morgan, and now people have taken sides, and I 100% agree with that. But at the same time, I don't know. I guess, you know, when you're talking to the lady's husband, everybody automatically is going to be looking at you like, what you doing that for? That's weird. You know, and of course, Morgan being the dramatic person that she is, yeah, it's a story. And don't say sob story, because I mean, I feel like her hurt is definitely real. She's in the middle of a divorce and they have children. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, like I said, her feelings are definitely real. Now, if you was her friend, you would care about that. You know what I'm saying? Clearly you don't. You've already said she ain't my friend. I ain't worried about it. I'm trying to, you know, network over here in this basketball world. And then that's fine. If that's the case, then like own that shit. Stop playing. Stop playing like she's my friend, my basketball friend, my, you know, because when they confront you on the stuff, you are, you know, you be stuttering, girl. I'm just saying. So they start getting to the party a little bit of time. When Danielle and Morgan get there, they relocate their name tags. They're not going to sit over here. I don't think that Danielle and Mackenzie need to be sitting directly across from each other. I don't think they need to be airing or hashing anything out, to be honest, because what's going on here is Rashad's still going back and forth. He is not all the way out of this relationship, Mackenzie. So this girl is gonna feel a way about you. That's why she's calling you a side piece, because look, together, not together, I don't know. But this man has a family with 3 children with this young lady that he's been in a relationship for, she said, 8 years. At y'all's young age, 8 years is a big chunk of her life, okay? Or anybody's life for that matter. It's going to take time for them to undo that. And you're allowing yourself to be in the middle of it because you're calling this man, you know, he's my home. That's how I feel when I'm, girl, stop. Meanwhile, you rented a place 3 doors down from your baby daddy. So Mackenzie, you be up in the mess and acting like you don't. They get to the table. Nikki wants to jump right in. I guess since Nikki has gone between the two groups, the two sides, and like muddied the waters just a little bit before things can pop off. Now she could sit back and observe the whole situation, or so she thought. That's how that was supposed to go. She said that when Ashley came into the last event with her dreads, that they were making fun of her. Well, they were making fun of her because she looked a fool. Ashley looked a fool with them doggone dreads. Ashley looked a fool plenty. Her sense of style is not great. But I'm gonna go ahead and say she's not alone in that. Like there's a couple few of you ladies who think throwing a label on is making you fly, and it's not the case. Anyway, couple few of y'all, Ashley included, could use a stylist of some sort. I'm just saying. I always honestly get a little worked up when I see people walking around with all these lace fronts and bangs glued to their forehead and stuff around here in this humidity and heat. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm wondering, you know, how long does that last really? Anyway, Megan go chime in and say she believes in racial appropriation. Cultural appropriation, Megan. But anyway, she felt like this girl shouldn't be wearing no dress because she ain't black. And the girl was like, who told you I'm not black? Okay, Ashley, let's don't pretend like you don't present in this world as a white woman or Latina. And I mean, if that's the case, then y'all ain't talked to this girl enough to get to know her or, her background. Every time Ashley walk in the room, people are snapping off. Morgan, you didn't know that? Maybe Morgan did. I don't know. I don't remember Morgan saying anything, but okay. So now it's okay for her to wear the dress because she's half Black. It's still gonna look stupid because her hair texture is not. It's not because she's white. It's because she's got really fine hair and them dreads look full. So, girl, don't do that anymore. Nikki said that Nick and Mulan called Danielle and Morgan bullies. They went back and forth. First of all, Nick was like, "Who said that, girl? You said that." In some way, shape, or form, that's what you basically said. You said these girls were bullies. These two don't bring out the best in each other, and I agree. They don't. At first, she denied it. Then she got very piped up. She meaning Nick. I don't know what that was all about. Nick don't have no issues with anyone or didn't. I guess right now, because of her situation, she would really prefer that Mackenzie keeps on bouncing on top of Rashad. So she's going to make sure that that's a thing. I'm guessing that's what's going on with Nick. As long as Mackenzie is hemmed up with Rashad, Mackenzie is not in her business over there with Dwayne. I'm sure that's Nick's motivation, but at the end of the day, she didn't have to do any of those things. This was not her fight. She could have explained herself. You can't go straight to the pipe up. You gotta pause for a second because we already know that there's conflict between everyone. So if we're gonna sit here and have a put everything on the table conversation, you gotta pause and think about how you're going to express yourself in a way that's not going to turn into an altercation, which is what happened. Now, she didn't sit up here and call Morgan a bitch for what? I don't know. Morgan is like, I don't even know you like that for you to be calling me a bitch. She didn't mean it in bitch. She was like, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's where she was coming from. Again, don't know why. I was really clueless as to why Nick was so turned because have no reason. She had no reason to be this like I said, argumentative and angry. She threw a napkin at Morgan. Now, when you threw the napkin, you knew it was on the popping. So now there's melee at this table, at this nice place. See, this is why the people won't let y'all come film nowhere, and y'all got to go find old golf courses where the retirees that don't have enough money to get them a summer home, winter home down here. So that's why this is what y'all are hanging out, where y'all are hanging at these places that I've never seen before. The whole time, Mackenzie is not getting herself involved in any of it. She at the end of the table on her phone, these girls is acting a fool again. And I'm kind of not mad at her when it comes to that. This is accomplishing nothing. I'm not going to open my mouth because I'm definitely going to be in the line of fire. So there's no reason for me to do that. So security drags them out. Nick is running out behind them. They done taking shoes off and carrying on. Mackenzie is running behind Nick, talking about, Nick, no, don't do it, girl. You got too much to lose. You're too rich for this. Rich for what? Because she started it. And I like her so far, but she started that whole nonsense. It didn't have to be that. She outside screaming, where your man's at? Where your man's at? Girl, where yourn? You better check over there down to Mackenzie's house since she's next door. It was all too ignorant. The Last Supper was daggone Last Supper because, they're, like I said, a few episodes in and they already breaking glass and taking off shoes. And what are we doing here? Okay. Danielle, Morgan, and Nikki meet up at Morgan's house because, now we got to talk about whose side, who was right, who was wrong. Megan, Ashley, and Mulan meet up at a little coffee shop or what have you. So these scenes are going on simultaneously and they're telling their side of the story and what, why they mad at each other and who's a mean girl and who's not a mean girl. So Mulan is upset because she, her and Danielle were bonding over basketball. She thought they, were creating this friendship. And apparently, when all the melee took place, Milan stuck her hand in the middle of it, and then Danielle punched her. Milan said there's no coming back from that. I guess, girl, I don't know. I don't know. She's, it was a lot going on, and I didn't keep rewinding it. I saw it a couple times, but I'm like, I don't know. The fight broke out, and it looked like they was all swinging. So I don't know, Milan. You feeling away, but it was like adrenaline was really going in, and these two girls are gonna have each other's back. So that's how that was. She feels like Nikki started it. Nikki did start it. She Nikki ignited the fire, but that Nick is the one that set it off because it didn't even have to go in that direction. We could have kept on talking. Nick wasn't even very good at expressing herself. Like she didn't say, like, she articulated the way she was feeling way better when they were getting pedicures. When they were sitting at that table, she was so ramped up that she didn't even say it in a way that they could receive it. She talking about y'all be over there or whatever that was she did. Like, what are you talking about? Like, say what you're talking about, because that's just, like I said, they were antagonizing each other. Danielle, and it's crazy because they're saying the same thing, and it's unfortunate, but they both felt like they were making a connection with one another. I think she's, in hindsight, she's feeling like I probably shouldn't have hit her, but it was a lot going on. Nikki, now her and Milan got beef. And I don't know, like, how Nikki all of a sudden, like, I guess Milan was over here tweeting things. I don't know what she was tweeting. I know Twitter gets these girls in trouble. I don't really know Nikki so much, like, besides being Forrest's girlfriend on Black Ink or 50 Cent's girl, at the moment when he would parade her around. But I lost my track of thought. I don't know too much about Nikki. I know she'd be on Twitter a lot, discussing all of the things that we've known her for. They do a lot of that arguing back and forth. And I've seen some footage of Nikki being really homophobic and disrespectful. So I'm not kind of like feeling sorry for her and her tears, because she came in with this like nice girl kind of, she eased in with that. But Nikki likes to stir up the mess. Now her and Milan are Twitter fighting, and Nikki called Milan a Oompa Loompa. And then Milan then presented Nikki with a picture of herself from the back. I mean, I don't know what she's crying about. She says she's self-conscious about her weight. Maybe she's bigger than she was before, but she got a big old ass and a little old waist. And so that's what they like. And so I don't think that's going to be I don't think that's going to work against her. In the long run, I think, I don't know that she's had any work done or what any of that, but she a thick girl, and in a good way thick, not in a bad way thick. She's hanging around these very small frame women, so it may make her feel some type of way. But at the end of the day, Milan sent her that picture, and you called that girl Oompa Loompa, though. So now you called her Oompa Loompa. I don't know anybody that wants to be that. And then Milan sent her a picture of her ass. Milan, I think next time around, when you decide you're going to throw shots at somebody, leave the ass out of it, girl. I'm just saying. Pick on something different. People, glass houses and such. That's it. Then it turned into that same side chick combo. Listen, Morgan is blaming a lot on Ashley. And like I said, I think it's, suspect that Ashley is talking to her husband. Morgan, that energy needs to go towards your husband. And Ashley is clearly not your friend. So duly noted. That's where you need to put that. I think you need to look at it like, because Ashley is on an island by herself for a reason. When I'm having a rough time, Whether I'm trying to be on an island or not, I got some good people around me that will check. You usually have one or two people that's gonna check on you. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't really be on an island. Unless you just shit on everybody around you, and so now you're on an island. Danielle, you the same thing. Yeah, it's some crossover, and Mackenzie don't know you, so talk to Rashad, Danielle, or don't. That's probably better. Don't talk to Rashad. Nick and Mackenzie. I'm gonna bust these out at the same time because I think it's a lot. And on one hand, I think it's nice that these girls are figuring out how to get along because the fighting is a lot. But this whole bestie routine that y'all got going on is a bit much. And not Danielle, Neek, you don't have any children for this man. So co-parenting really isn't something that you need to worry about like that, unless you're married to him or, like I said, y'all been together 2 years. There was some crossover. So just last year, you and Mackenzie were at odds. Y'all done went from being at odds to being besties. And it's, I'm just saying. They had the kids come over. I'm not trying to be funny. What was that? Swimming pool, only big enough for the little boy to fit in by himself. What they thinking? Like stick a little teensy pool back there in the back. I don't know what I would do with that. It just looked like a little, I don't know, child. I was distracted. Monique admits to going too far. You did go too far. What you should have been doing is apologizing to Morgan. You snapped on her, you called her a bitch, and then you threw a napkin at her. I think all these relationships are important if y'all are gonna be in this group. You know what I'm saying? And the reason, like Mulan, Neek, Megan, who else? Y'all really don't have no reason. Oh, Lindsay, I be forgetting about Lindsay. Y'all don't have no reason to have no beef, no kind of way with anyone. Neek, you just created a beef that didn't even have to be one. Honestly, you and Morgan were calling each other pretty and everything from the first episode. Y'all were admiring each other. You never had to take any side whatsoever. You could have just really been like, listen, I don't need no problems with Mackenzie. Whatever y'all got going on, I would prefer to stay out of it because at the end of the day, I still have to be a part of this girl's life with her children. That's how you should handle that. Let them figure out how they're gonna get along and leave that alone. But you didn't do that. Now you've created an issue where there didn't need to be one. So now you have an issue with not one person, but 3 people. Only person you really need to have an issue with is Nikki, and I would have just told her, like, girl, I know I can't tell you anything because if you're gonna say what I said, then say it the way I said it. Because my temperament was not just me over here calling these girls bullies. I was really saying like the situation made us all look like bullies. Is that what you meant, Nick? Then you should have said that. Mackenzie talks a lot of smack. Yeah, this should be this, and you had to let them know. Like, just because I'm nice doesn't mean I'm a pushover. Mackenzie, shut up, because you were sitting over there on your phone not saying nothing. So you're a little scary cat. And so if that's how you gonna feel, just always keep your mouth shut. I'm gonna need you to have the same energy. Either you're gonna be mute or you're gonna have the same energy when you see them girls. You can never keep up with Morgan and Danielle. So it's best for you to just keep your mouth shut. The other girls, it's like Team A and Team B. Megan, Danielle, Morgan, Nikki, they have a little date at the boxing. It must have hurt Mulan because Danielle was over here boxing with the boys. She said she got them hands. Her daddy taught her how. So when she came over there and swung on you, you felt that, girl. That's why you mad. You mad because the little bitty girl in the group gave you the old 1-2. Got your jaw stung a little bit, or wherever she hit you at. I don't know where she hit you at, girl. Danielle says somebody sent her a picture in her DMs of Mackenzie and Rashad on vacation together. And so that, I don't know who sent you pictures. People are messy. It could have been somebody that Mackenzie, knew probably, or just some messy, ignorant person who, like, I don't know why that would be, maybe somebody that's just trying to get you to wake up and see what's going on. At the end of the day, that's hurtful. Nobody wants to see that. So this girl's on vacation with your ex-fiance. That's your cue to, like, it's him. He took her on vacation. He didn't like escape to somewhere and she follow him there. That's what they're doing. They're going on vacations together. You still letting him slide through. That's on you. So don't like come up with all these text messages and things that he said, unless he's flying you on some vacation somewhere, trying to work on what y'all have, then, take note, girl. You got to start easing away from it. It's going to be hard, but, time. It takes time. You start focusing on yourself and realize, why do I want to waste my time with somebody who's not trying to be with me? She talked about how she doesn't want Mackenzie around her kids. You can't regulate what Rashad does when you're not around. If Mackenzie is not a bad person, you don't like her. You don't like her because she's with your baby daddy. She hasn't done anything necessarily. So you kind of have to like disengage with what he's doing when the kids are not with you. You can't control that. And then Danielle says she knows this. Danielle Mackenzie says she's known him, like she knew of him in high school from Milwaukee. So he's not somebody she's just running across. She knew him. If she knew him, y'all probably, this goes far back, I'm guessing. Danielle says she's tired though. Like, I get it. If somebody sends you some stuff, I get it. Like, she's putting her emotions in and she's tired. She's tired of crying. She's tired of trying. She's tired of getting her feelings hurt. And then Morgan wants somebody to be sad with her. I did not like this because it was kind of, I think, a healing moment for Danielle to be able to stand in front of those girls and say that and say, I am tired. I'm tired of feeling like this. And then Morgan is like, but honey, but friend. What did she say? But friend, you let it go when you're ready to let it go. But Morgan seems like she's saying she's ready to let it go. I think that's what she's saying. She's tired. Don't encourage her to hold on to it because it's not good for her. Nothing she does at this moment is going to change what's going on over there. Rashad going to be around Mackenzie until he don't want to do that anymore. And that's probably what's going to happen sooner rather than later. Morgan, you need to work on letting go your own self instead of looking for somebody to be in misery with you. Here they go again on another play date. They have Pilates together, Mackenzie and Nick. And why, girl? Anyway, Nick basically over there trying to encourage her to go see Rashad because, like I said, that's making her life way better. She wants Rashad to rush this girl down the aisle. Danielle is at home talking to her kids. So her kids are spending the summer with their father. He has a farm, and that's cool. The little boy is out here learning, like, how to take care of the land and such. That's cute. She said, they were together when they bought the farm. It's just another thing for her to have to let go of, that they, were making these plans for the future. And here he is, doing something else. Yeah, that's hard. All she can do is be glad that her kids, have a father that's showing them something of quality farming. Those are memories that you can't uh forget. They're so valuable to your life. I seen just so y'all know, if you haven't seen Shoot the Shit with Rhonda and T, um, my niece has a picture of her son sitting like by the lake fishing with his dad. And I was like, those are those moments like that, the kids eat that shit up. Um, I think that's why I feel for them. I feel for everything that they're going through because it's not easy. I just want, like, if she's gonna get back into basketball, I want her to be for real doing that. Because you never know, like, what type of success that'll lead her. And her and Rashad gonna be what they're gonna be. They have those kids together, and they're gonna have to figure out, who are you, how are you, as it relates to my life moving forward. Because you can't be what you were. Sometimes the hurt just is too hard to get past anyway. Mackenzie is headed to the daggone farm, though. While you over here worried about, Rashad and pondering how y'all were supposed to have the farm together, how you contributed to the farm, Mackenzie about to go contribute too, because she's packing her bags and she says she headed to Milwaukee to go spend some time with Rashad. And your kids are there, girl. Her daddy didn't know nothing about it. He was like, what you talking about? You're not fun to pack up without me and these kids. He did not know that he got bamboozled into being down here to babysit. She talking about Dwayne down to the gym and he gonna pick up the little girl when he get back. Are you sure, girl? And what did I say? Where's her son? Over there with Neek, because that's Neek's job. She's over here babysitting for Mackenzie while she going off over here to hook up with Rashad. What you gonna do? All them kids at the house, all of them, because when Dwayne get back from the gym, he gonna go get the little girl, and they'll all be running around there tearing shit up. And who's gonna be doing all the work? Not Dwayne, I bet you. He gonna be sitting up there adding to the things that he needs you to do. Cook him dinner, bring him his shit. Now you're running around with not one child that you gave birth to, but 3 children. And where's Mackenzie? At the farm. Girl. Neat. It's interesting. Mackenzie's daddy said you and your sisters is always in some mess when he go out of town. It'd be y'all sisters and somebody girlfriend. And she like, not girlfriend. He like ex-girlfriend, girlfriend, whatever. So you and all your sisters be over here being messy, Mackenzie. Trying to act like you don't know, looking at your phone, trying to act like you don't know what they talking about. Going over to the farm to hang out with these, leave your kids at home. Why Rashad got his kids over to the farm. So you leaving your kids with your daddy to go play with somebody else's children. Girl, y'all over here getting bamboozled. Living in an apartment 3 doors down from the baby mama. No, everything I said last week, no, I revoke it all. Move. I don't want to be 3 doors down. Jeez. Morgan goes with Lindsay to her ultrasound. Her husband is in Israel. That's unfortunate. She's going to need to do that again when he comes back. I don't really have anything to say about that. Congratulations, Lindsay. So Mulan and Daniel meet up, and at the end of the day, Mulan, I don't even know why you came, because you are not forgiving Danielle. She's dead set on being upset about this girl hitting her. I get it. I can't tell you like how to feel when somebody you thought was your friend swung on you, but I also feel like it was a lot going on and everybody was swinging in that moment. Mulan was being real extra. I see how you be talking to Mackenzie and them, and I'm not gonna do that. And Daniel was like, "Oh, you're friends with Mackenzie? You're friends with Mackenzie?" So right then, that that line, that we've all drawn. So yeah, she's cool with Mackenzie. Danielle, she has no reason not to be cool with Mackenzie. Mackenzie's not sleeping with Bobo. That was you, girl. Sorry. Danielle said that Mulan put herself in the middle of it, and she did, because like I said before, these girls don't need to talk. They don't need to have that kind of talk. They can come somewhere, and they should most certainly sit at opposite ends of the table. Ashley and Mackenzie on this end, Danielle and Morgan on the other side, and we, mix it up. Keep Nikki away from Neek, because, well, we don't want to see the clash of those titans, because we really gonna have to replace some tables and chairs and things. These two girls basically don't resolve anything. Milan's not forgiving it, and Danielle, you tried. At the end of the day, maybe she needs some more time. I guess she also feels like you waited until now to say something when you should have been calling me the next day to apologize. Maybe. Maybe. So next week, Danielle is confronting Mackenzie about seeing her children. Danielle, call Rashad. Yeah, she saw your kids. Was they at the farm? Because that's where the hell she just came from. Anyway, y'all, that's where that was, left with us. We're going to watch the ladies, I guess, meet up next week and argue some more. On that note, like the video, subscribe to my channel. See you next time. Bye.